Small government, socialist government, nanny state. How about no government or state? Has humanity finally reached a new point in its evolution? For centuries, we've argued about the best side of government. Conservatives preach small government. Progressives advocate for a socialist government. Some prefer the nanny state, where authority micromanages our daily lives. But what if the real breakthrough is realizing none of these structures serve any practical purpose anymore? What if humanity has reached the next step in its evolution, where politics itself becomes obsolete? Politicians, actors without a script. Strip away the theater, and politicians everywhere are unnecessary middlemen. They don't build bridges, cure diseases, or design technology. They vote, posture, and trade favors while outsourcing real decisions to experts. When the pandemic hit, who mattered more? Epidemiologists or politicians or people who can't pronounce words? During climate disasters, is it scientists modeling carbon emissions or senators taking oil lobby money? And when financial systems tremble, are we rescued by prime ministers' speeches or by economists, central bankers, and software engineers stabilizing algorithms? Honestly, I don't think it's any of those. But anyway, the truth is, politicians are actors in a tragic comedy. They pretend to lead, but in reality, they sign off on what experts already know and what donors have already want and have already decided. If experts should make practical decisions and the public should make taste decisions, like what kind of art, lifestyle, or social norms we value, then what exactly is left for politicians to do besides mislead us, waste resources, and keep us divided? Nature never really makes mistakes. To be fair, governments had their evolutionary role. Hunter-gatherers formed tribes. Agriculture brought chiefs and kings. Writing and roads gave us empires. Printing presses and railroads scaled up nations. These structures always expanded with communication and travel. The more people could be connected, the larger the governing unit became. But now, for the first time in history, the entire globe can be digitally connected in real time. Humanity has no choice but to deal with itself as one organism. Governments and borders aren't divine, they're historical software patches. They work for a while, but like floppy disks, sometimes you just can't put them in anyway. They don't serve the needs of many of our current system. Evolution doesn't reverse. The question is whether we embrace the next form or cling to outdated myths until they destroy us. Free will was a myth all along. One of the biggest myths politicians sold us is that individuals choose their destiny. As science and thinkers like Gabor Mate show, and just a side note, Gabor Mate doesn't fully discard free will. It should be Robert Sapolsky that should be quoted here. But Gabor Mate says, I almost fully agree with Robert Sapolsky. Our actions are shaped by biology, trauma, and environment. If free will is an illusion, then no human deserves more resources than another. Kings didn't deserve their crowns, billionaires don't deserve their fortunes, and no politician deserves their power to decide who eats and who starves. The only fair system is one where resources are distributed according to need and efficiency, globally, transparently, and free from manipulation. Humans aren't built to do this fairly, but AI is. Because AI can't eat our food, fuck our women, and suck off our men. A global AI for resource distribution. Imagine an AI system, open resource, decentralized, and blockchain secured, tasked with allocating resources across the planet. Its role wouldn't be to govern culture or identity, but to optimize fairness and survival. Food, water, medicine, and energy would be distributed based on global data, not the greed of elites or the corruption of the states. This doesn't mean losing identity. We still have our stupid local dances, languages, religions, football rivalries. But the wars that kill millions and devastate environments would end because the citizens of every nation would finally understand the truth. They don't actually gain from the country's conquests. They just die in them, while elites hoard the spoils. If everyone has their basic needs met, their incentive to bomb neighbors for oil, lithium, or land disappears. AI removes the zero-sum game. The end of pretend. And it's the end of pretend, get it? Anyway, so maybe the real evolutionary question is not whether we should have small socialist or nanny state governments. It's whether we need government at all. Politicians everywhere cling to myths that justify their roles. But history shows, as communication expands, governance must evolve. With a globally connected world and AI capable of resource distribution, the state, as we know it, becomes obsolete. Humanity doesn't need rulers anymore. It needs systems, transparent, collective, and intelligent. It needs the courage to say goodbye to myths of free will, privilege, and political theater. We're not losing identity. We're gaining freedom. We're not surrendering control. We're finally taking it back. The real question is, do we have the courage to evolve? Would you like... Would you like me to punch this up with some shorter quotable slogans or X-style snippets like your no left, no right, information is the light tag? By the way, I recommend you guys read that article that you can use as hooks for posting. Haha, I forgot to give credit to ChatGPT 5 for text, but I also forgot to take credit. I'll take out the last paragraph.